皆さん、英語のソータです。
And I'm Riley.
Riley, there's nothing to talk about. What should I do? Do you have
Okay.
something? What's new?
I don't know. New for me. I don't know. I woke up this morning and another one of my friends' babies was born.
This
It's like,
morning?
yeah, this morning. It's
Wow.
like every week there's a new baby. It feels like.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, last week too, and another friend's baby was born. So it's like, yeah, back to back.
Wow. Happy for him or happy for her. That's great.
Uh, yeah, I guess them. I guess.
Them.
I guess they're both my friends.
Okay, yeah. Yes. I just came up with one thing I need to, ask you. I have to use up my miles and I have to use up them by the end of September.
Okay.
Where should I go?
How many miles do you have?
9,000. No. 20,000.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I asked that, but I don't know what that means. I don't know if 20,000 is a lot or not a lot. Um,
Yeah.
maybe I should have said where can you go with the miles?
Maybe a round trip for Hawaii. 20,000, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
Okay, so pretty far.
yeah. Where should I go?
Hawaii
Maybe.
would be
Mm.
okay. Have you been to Hawaii?
Yes.
Okay. So, hmm. I don't know. You've been to Southeast Asia, but I think if I were you, I would probably go to Southeast Asia somewhere like, um, I don't know,
Vietnam
Vietnam or
or
Thailand.
Thailand. Okay, then which one would be the, best country or the country you want to go to right now?
For me, I think it's Vietnam. I think Vietnam's the
Vietnam.
country I want to go to the most right now.
Okay. Yeah, I need to
Have
think
you
about it.
have you been?
Yeah,
Have
I
you been
have.
to You
I
have,
have.
right? So it would be I mean, I don't know. I think you should go to a new country, a country you haven't been to, like somewhere in that area.
Yes, like Thailand or yeah, I've been to Cambodia too. So Philippines or Indonesia, かな?
Yeah, Philippines would be cool. Indonesia,
うん。
sure. Laos. Nobody goes to
あ
Laos.
あ、確かに。考えなきゃですね。ありがとうございます。はい、今日はですね、スモールトーク、ちょっと何も浮かばないんですけどって、ライリーにね、収録始まる前に言ってて、じゃあもう逆にそれを、スモールトークにしましょうって、あえて言って収録始めたんですけど、そう、ライリーの周りでお子さんがいっぱい生まれてるということで、happy for him, her って言ったけど、よくある happy for them ですね。おめでとうございますっていうところと、そう、あとは僕、マイルをね、ずっと貯めてて、そう、家族とね、旅行行くために、ずっと貯めてたマイルがあるんですけど、そう、なんか、家族がもう、海外旅行はちょっともうしんどいわとか、お金もったいないわとかって言って、いや、僕出すから行くよ言ってるけど、もうもったいないからとかって言って、あともうしんどいねんって、そこまでの気力ないねんって言うてはったから、そっか、じゃあ、今度にしようって言ってしてたら、もうどんどんマイル使わなあかんみたいな感じになって、今、この2万マイルどう使うみたいな、9月末までに消費しなあかんのがあるんですよ。どこかおすすめ皆さんありますかね。なので、多分往復、ラウンドトリップ、そうそう、ラウンドトリップが往復って意味ですけど、ラインにタイピングしておいてもらいましょうかね。
Yep.
そう、ハワイ往復行けるぐらいのマイルやった気がするんですよ、多分ね。その距離以内ぐらいでどこがいいかなって思ってたんですけど、そう、ね、東南アジアがやっぱりね、お金的にもお手頃でしょうし、僕東南アジアめっちゃ好きなので、こう、人が生きてるって感じがすごいするので、ね、どっかそこら辺に行くか、それかもうちょっと時間も今ほんま忙しくてないから、もう2万マイルをどっか、なんかポイントで使ってるかもですね。Perhaps I might end up using those miles for convenience stores. ポイン
Oh,
トで。そう。
can you do that? I guess you can
Yeah.
do that.
うんうん。
I just thought of something new. Maybe it's almost the same distance. Maybe you can't reach it. I think you should go to Alaska.
Alaska?
Yeah.
That's in America?
Yeah, yeah.
Why?
Uh, it's beautiful. I don't know.
うん、
It's like I mean summertime obviously, so it's not super cold now.
うん、
Um, but there's still a lot to see, like glaciers,
う
and you
ん、
can go in. I've been to Alaska when I was I don't how old was I? Maybe 13 or 14 or
う
something. I went with my
ん、
dad
うん、
and my sister, and yeah, it was like it's summertime and the sun doesn't really set like even at like midnight, it's still kind of there's like a little bit of light in the sky,
うん、う
like
ん、
which is pretty cool. And we went on like a boat, I guess cruise
う
kind of
ん、
to see like whales and seals and all different kinds of animals in this bay, I guess. They call it
う
a
ん、
fjord.
うん。
Do you know that? A fjord?
フィヨルドやんな。like the
I guess
glaciers
okay.
one. うんうん。うんう
Yeah, like
ん。
that. So
うん。
I think you should go to Alaska.
Yeah, I'll look it up later. 確かに
Okay.
なんか僕ね、ハワイ以外そうなんですよ。行ったことないんですよ。で、ね、英語圏にそう、ハワイ以外、そうですよ。ハワイ以外に行ったことがなくて、あの確かに、その東南アジアか、あとでちょっとアラスカ、まさかアラスカを勧めてくれるとは思ってなかったので、ちょっと調べたいなと思うんですけど、なんだったっけ、glaciers、氷河
Yeah.
と、あとは、その氷河によって作られる、日本語でフィヨルドって言いますよね。フィヨルドってあれ何やったっけなんか、氷のやつやね。皆さん調べてください。多分フィヨルドって調べて出てくると思うんですけど、多分なんか、氷河で削られた、なんか、なんか地形みたいな、そういう氷のやつですね。そういうのが夏でも見れたり、で、暑すぎず、涼しすぎず、グレイシャーズ、氷河が見れ
That
る。うん。
that's glaciers. The fjords themselves are not ice or whatever. Um,
バイ
the
アイス
fjord
か。
the fjords are like it's like a valley with water in the middle, like a valley with ocean in the middle.
うんうんうん。あ、
Does
そっ
that make
か。
sense?
So, it's made by the glaciers, right?
Um, hmm. I'm
なん
not
か、
sure if it was made by the glaciers or
it's
not. Maybe.
shaped or something, I thought.
It might be. That
うんう
makes sense.
ん。
It's usually in cold places, like Norway is famous for fjords, Alaska.
うんうん。
I think even like in South America, like Chile or Argentina has fjords, I think.
うんうんうん。ちょっと待って、これ調べていいですか皆さんごめんなさい。めっちゃ緩いって。I said there's nothing to talk about, but we got a lot to talk about. ちょっと待って、フィヨルド、ちょっと調べたい。フィヨルドとは、ほらほら、
Mm.
氷河によって深く削られた細長い入り江で、ノルウェーなど北欧でよく見られます。山に囲まれた美しい海岸線の地形です。Yeah, they're shaped by the glaciers, it says.
Yeah, okay, yeah. They were shaped by glaciers, but
It's not
maybe
the
if
ice.
if you go there, there might not be snow now.
ああ、なるほどね。そう、よかった。フィヨルド、ちゃんと皆さんに、適当なままね、終わらせてたらダメだった気もしてたので、はい、お伝えできてよかったんですが、あ、そうか、写真もあるわ。ああ、なるほどね。そうか、でも、アイスは見れないのか。皆さんもぜひフィヨルドでね、調べてみてください。なんか中学かなんかの時習いましたよね、こう、フィヨルドってね。綺麗、これめっちゃ。Did you see that?
Which one?
フィヨルド。
Yeah, I went to I think it's a national park or state park called
うん。
Kenai Fjords.
うん。
And yeah, it was gorgeous. I mean, beautiful.
あー OK. Yes. で、そうですね。なので、旅行トークもね、またこんな感じでいつかしたいですね。Alright then. Oh, yeah. So if I go on a trip, I might have, someone to talk to. I hope so. Then I might have a conversation with someone. Then I have to be careful, um, you know, about what I said or what I shouldn't ask. So the topic is kind of related to this topic as well, I guess. So, Riley,
Yes.
are you ready?
Yes.
はい。そうだと。
Riley の
台本な
台本な
し、
し英
英会話
会話
レッスン。
lesson, episode 323.
All right, what is the topic for episode 323, Riley?
It's taboo topics.
Yes。今回のお題は、タブーなお話、アメリカ vs 日本です。The longest small talk ever, I
It
guess.
was pretty long, yeah. Whoops.
そう、話すことないんですと言いながら、めっちゃ今までで長いやんっていう、そう、奇跡が、ミラクルが起きましたが、そう、うまく最後つなげれてたら嬉しいんですけど、まあ、もし僕がね、旅行に行くってなったら、あるいは皆さんもね、今後誰かと話すってなった時に、この話はしちゃダメとかね、これは気をつけなきゃっていうお題ってあるんじゃないかなと。で、それが今日のテーマになってます。で、今回はリクエストをいただいているので、ちょっとそれを読ませてください。綾野さんという方からでしたかね。結構リクエストのみをこうシンプルにね、こうメッセージで頂戴してるんですが、今、留学中で外国人と話すときにも何か話す内容に気をつけるべきことはあるのでしょうかと、まあ、他にもいろいろついてるんですけど、こう、手短に行くと、こう、留学経験として、あまり長く、こう、今回初めて留学していかれると、国はちょっとメンションされてないんですけれども、なので、海外、特にまあ、ライリーの場合、アメリカ、バス、まあ、日本、あるいは他の国で、まあ、タブーとされうるお話っていうところを取り上げられたらなと思います。Yeah, she didn't give me the specific country's name, but she
Mm,
is staying in a country for study abroad. And then she
okay.
wants to know, yeah, what kind of topics she shouldn't talk about, or what kind of questions she shouldn't ask. And maybe
Hmm.
between us, like America versus Japan, and not only
Right.
America versus Japan. So, my question is, yeah, in America, first of all, what kind of topics should we avoid?
Um, yeah, I don't know if there really are that many topics that are completely taboo
Mm,
anymore. It used to be that people would say you shouldn't talk about politics or stuff
mm,
like that with people, but
mm,
nowadays it feels like that's all anybody talks about. So
mm,
I don't really know if it's so taboo anymore. I mean, it's I guess like having a political debate or
mm,
whatever is a little bit um not rude. Rude's not the right word, but like yeah, maybe you could say impolite. Like
mm,
people will talk about politics, but they kind of expect you to like agree with them most of
mm,
the time.
mm, 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 mm. Yeah, that's true. In Japan too, we often say 政治、宗教、給料かなあ、仕事。政治、給料、仕事。We should avoid asking questions related to politics, religions, and job. In Japan, we say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the three major things in Japan. So yeah, as you mentioned, politics, that could be one of the sensitive topic we might have to avoid sometimes. But in America, especially celebrities often share their political views. So even in the past, when they were saying that was a taboo topic,
Yeah.
was that still fine for celebrities to share their political views?
Um Probably not.
Oh,
I don't think so. By the way, yeah, I think we have the same expression in English, but it's politics, religion, and money,
oh,
not
same.
job.
うんうんうん。
Yeah,
あ、
yeah.
then お金 yeah, that was I don't know, job. Yeah, my understanding was kind of job, but yeah, it should have been money in Japan too, perhaps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Um, but yeah, I will say like, you're saying celebrities will talk about their political opinions.
mm,
I think celebrities, at least pretty much all the celebrities that I've ever heard talk about politics, they really only ever talk about uh democratic politics. Like
oh,
I think uh this is kind of weird,
mm,
but in America it almost feels like in the mainstream uh, I don't know. I sound like I'm like a Republican or something saying this, but it does feel a little bit like it's okay to talk about politics if the politics are democratic, but they're
うん。
it's not so okay to talk about them if uh they're conservative politics, Republican politics or
うんう
something. But
ん
that obviously that depends on the where you're talking about it, like the news or but if it's like Instagram and a regular celebrity like a movie star,
うん。
pretty much all of them are uh liberal, we
う
say,
ん。
like democratic,
うん。
left leaning, I guess you could say.
うんうんうん。うん。make sense. まずちょっと訳したいんですけど、そう、アメリカでまずはよく言われてたのは、こう政治ですよね、politics。あるいは political view とかも、こう、まあ、セットで覚えておくと便利かもですね。また、台本なし英会レッスンの専用アカウント、インスタグラムでこの単語はね、シェアさせていただきますが、あとは democratic party、あるいは Republican company、の company party。で、そう、政治、うん。日本でも政治、宗教、お金そっか、お金か。うん、仕事。でもなんか僕的に仕事の話。まあでもお金か。うん。まあお金も含み、日本では仕事のお話とかね、こう、その3つはしないことっていうのはよく言われたりもするかなと思うんですけど、アメリカでも、そう、3つ、あの、よく一般的なのはあったと。そこはまあ最近は変わってきてるんでしょうけど、あったっていうことだったので、そこはなんかね、全世界共通なのかなと思いますが、そう。で、ポリティックスについてあんま言っちゃいけないっていうイメージってアメリカに対しては僕はあんまなくて、結構有名人とかが結構言ってるよねっていうのを感じて、過去、政治はあんまり話すべきじゃないよって言われていた時代の時も、有名人がいろいろシェアすることってあったのって今聞いてたら、やっぱりあんまなかったと。プラス最近はもうそこは柔軟化してきていて、日常の生活の中でも、ね、今までのポッドキャストでも結構出てきてたと思うんですけど、どっちの党派みたいな、そういう会話はするようになってきてるっていうことですね。これもまあ時代が変わってきてるんでしょうね。で、有名人が今でも結構シェアしてるのは、大体民主党のお話の時で、あともう一個の共和党のお話の時は、なんかこう、言いづらい感じなのか、あんまり人は言わないよねっていうお話でしたね。But why is that? Why, do people who support Democratic Party often share their political views?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is something we want to talk about for the whole episode, but it's like, um, I I feel like a lot of the main media sources, whatever it is, like maybe not most news channels, but some news channels and a lot of like the morning talk shows or whatever that celebrities might go on, feel a little bit like left leaning,
うん、
democratic or whatever.
うん、
Um, yeah, it's hard to say why, but it
うん、
does kind of feel like Hollywood in general is
うん、
kind of liberal.
うん、うん。なるほど
Um,
ね。うんうんう
yeah.
ん。left leaning。まあ、左に寄ってるっていうね、左翼的な、こう、lean っていうのは寄るっていう意味もありますよね。So, but now it's kind of becoming more flexible or acceptable for people to share their political views, right? So, my point is, if someone goes to America, like Japanese people, then can they also talk about politics?
Um, hmm. I think nowadays you can. I think nowadays you
うん、
can, but I think this is kind of difficult. But it probably most people you will meet if you're traveling to America, you're probably going to travel to like a city, right? Los Angeles or I don't know, Seattle. Hawaii is not exactly a city, but it's Honolulu, whatever, I
う
guess.
ん、
Um, Pretty much most of the people that you'll meet in those places will be liberal.
うん、うん。
So I'm guessing that almost everyone you meet will have those kind of politics. So if you talk about that kind of politics, it's probably okay.
うんうんうん。
But it, if you're a Japanese person who, for example, likes Trump, I don't know,
うん。
um, it might be risky to talk about that.
うん。
In most places you'll travel to in America. I don't know. If you travel to Oklahoma or Alabama or something, probably a lot of Japanese people aren't traveling there.
う
But if you
ん。
do go there, then maybe maybe being pro-Trump is safe and being anti-Trump is maybe taboo.
う
You know what I mean?
ん。Interesting. So, yeah, overall, we should avoid talking about politics.
I think probably it's safe to avoid
Uh,
talking about politics. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and in Japan too, we never talk about politics, yeah, among friends or with anybody. So our listeners are sometimes in other countries or from other countries, who want to visit Japan. And then, yeah, when I went to other countries, sometimes they asked a question about politics, but we are not really, that could be the problem, but we're not really interested in politics too, politics itself, either. And at the same time, we try not to ask questions about that. So in Japan too, yeah, that could be safe. It might be better for us to share our political views. Yeah, that's the first point we've got as a taboo topic.
Yeah. I,
Then,
I would
oh,
say though,
yeah.
I'm saying as a Japanese person traveling to America, it might be taboo just because it's kind of difficult
Mm,
to, I don't know everyone else's opinion. But I would
mm,
say in America, among Americans,
mm,
people talk about politics a lot,
mm,
like a
mm,
lot.
mm. Yeah.
Um, Mostly kind of agreeing with each other.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of not, you're not supposed to really argue about it, I feel like. Um,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, it used to be maybe, don't talk about politics, religion, or money. But I mean, people do a lot
うんうんう
nowadays.
ん。なるほどね。そう。なので、まず一個は、やっぱり政治っていうところは、今時代が変わって、まあ日本でもそうだと思うんですけど、芸能人の人があんま言う感覚はないですけど、でも目にすることは増えてきましたよね。なので、同じ、人種間同士で、日本人同士とかね、アメリカ人同士とかであれば、結構話す話題にはなってきてるのかもですよね。時代は変わってるのかもですよね。でも外国に行った時、僕たちが外国に、アメリカに行くとか、ね、外国の方で聞いてくださってる方もいらっしゃると思うので、日本に来て、特に日本人は、政治っていうところになんだろうな、レッテルを持っちゃう場合もあって、政治宗教に関しては。で、ただのその話し合いとかクエスチョンとして、投げかける質問も、なんかちょっと勧誘されるのかなとかね、いろんなそういう事件とかもあったりしたこともあって、そこにすっごい敏感だったりするので、ここに関してはもうね、話さないっていうのが結構賢明なんじゃないかなっていうのはありますよね。僕も一切、話さないかなと思いますね。政治とか宗教のこと。まあ、でも相手が宗教のことを教えてくれるとかね、そういうことだったら、教えてっていうことで話したりしますけど、そう、日本の場合はちょっと注意しないといけないのかなと思いますよね。そう、ただ、ライリーが言ってたのが、アメリカではみんな、すごい、もう政治のことは今話してると。で、お互いにまあ、agree してる。で、they don't argue about 何々で、ね、何かについて議論することはしないっていうことでしたけど、で、大体国にハワイとか例えば行きました。大体みんな liberal って言ってましたけど、大体まあ、民主党を指す方ですよね。リベラルだと思うので、大体そっちの意見を言うんだったらみんなアクセプトしてくれると思うけれども、まあ、それに対しての liberal versus conservative、コンサバの方
Yeah.
ですよね。それがトランプ大統領とかの共和党の方だと思うんですけど、そっちのお話の時は結構、ね、アンチトランプとかの人とかが多かったりした場合、ね、あんまり話さない方がいいかもしれないよと。まあ、つまり一般的にはリベラル寄りの人の方が多いんじゃないか、多いと思うよっていうお話ですよね。うん。What about like in Japan? So you've been living in Japan for 7 years. What kind of things do you try not to ask or talk about?
Um, yeah, I think in Japan the taboos feel a little bit stronger, I guess.
うん、
Like it does feel a little bit weird to ask people about their job
うん、
or stuff like that. I don't know. Among foreigners living in Japan, it's pretty common for us to talk about our jobs,
うん、う
like
ん、
at least like English teachers, right? A lot of my friends are in kind of the same
うん、
industry, you
う
could
ん、
say. So like it's pretty common for us to talk about our jobs, but then um yeah, with Japanese people who have maybe, different jobs in different various industries, I feel like it's a little bit rude if we
う
ask
ん。
them, like we might be talking, oh, blah, blah, this company pays this and this amount of money or has these benefits. We're kind of talking about like local companies, but it would be rude to ask, oh, hey, Yuma or whatever, how
う
much does
ん。
your company pay? That would be
Oh.
rude, I think, right?
Yeah. So in general, people say in Osaka that can happen or that's acceptable. So we
Okay.
often say Americans are Osaka people and Osaka people are Americans as a joke. So that makes sense in that sense too.
Yeah.
Uh, but that's a kind of stereotype for Japanese people. I want to say that even in
Mm,
Osaka, yeah, people don't ask about money, like how much is your rent or how much, does your company pay?
yeah.
But that can be acceptable in Osaka. And some people, yeah, definitely do that. But my friends never asked me, or, yeah, I don't feel that everyone is having that kind of conversation, even in Osaka. And yeah, about the job stuff, when I was a kid, my parents often told me that when you visit your friend's house, don't yeah, my parents told me a lot of things, but one of them was like, don't ask any questions about your uh parents' job. What's that?
But your
Uh,
friends' parents' jobs?
yeah, yeah. I'm kind of confused. You shouldn't. Did they really say that to me? Or yeah. Anyways, they were always saying that asking questions about your friends' parents' jobs could be really rude. So don't ask that, or those people can be rude, so be careful. Maybe that kind of advice, perhaps. But yeah, anyways, when I was a kid, I got that kind of advice. So I was always thinking that I shouldn't ask anything about my friends' parents' jobs.
Mm.
And also sometimes people try to ask, like, what's your husband's job? In Japan,
Mm.
like ladies tend to do that. I don't want to, categorize, but yeah, people don't like to have that kind of conversation for some people. That's why we say we shouldn't ask some questions about jobs.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I mean, it makes sense, I think.
Mm,
But I think a lot of these, when we're talking about like taboo topics, we're
mm,
talking about having a conversation with someone that you don't know very well,
mm, mm,
right?
mm,
You know, if you're actually friends with somebody, then pretty much anything is on the table. Anything
mm.
is okay to talk about. But I guess we're talking about people that are not super close friends, right?
But in Japan, even among super close friends, they try not to ask questions about, salary and jobs. But
Really?
yeah, but in Osaka, that can be acceptable. They can do that. But I don't want to categorize, but Tokyo people, they really hate to have that kind of
Mm.
conversation. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I see. I mean, I can understand like specifics of money. Like
Mm,
I don't know exactly how much all of my friends make,
mm,
like money wise,
mm, mm,
but I couldn't imagine not knowing what their job is,
mm, mm, mm.
like what kind of
Yeah.
position they have in their company or something like that.
Uh.
Um, but maybe it's a little bit different if, like I said, most of my friends are in kind of the same industry as me, right?
Mm,
Most of my friends are English teachers or whatever.
mm,
I guess among my Japanese friends, yeah, I pretty much know what they do most of the time, but yeah, I have no idea how much they make. I have no,
mm,
absolutely no, I
mm.
couldn't even guess.
What about the rent? Is it okay in your country for people to ask how much is your rent, or your friend visits your house and then, oh, that's a beautiful place and how much is your rent?
Um, hmm, that way that you just described it, that's kind of not okay, right? If you just go there and be like, hey, how much do you pay for this place?
うん、
That's it's you you could ask it,
う
I feel
ん、
like.
うん、うん、
It's a little bit rude. I don't think it's like taboo, all the way taboo,
うん、
um but people do talk about their rent all the time.
うん、
I feel like,
うん、うん、
people complain about the rent being too high or whatever, but yeah, I think if you went into somebody's apartment and you said, "Wow, this is a nice place. How much is it?" That might be a little bit rude, but
like close friends in this case.
close friends,
うん。
absolutely you could. I think
あ
close
あ、you
friends, yeah,
could.
for
あ
sure.
あ、うん、うん、うん。なるほどね。やっぱこれがちょっと面白いなと思うんですけど、そう、次ね、仕事のこととか、僕はやっぱり親に小さい時に、そこはね、さっきコンフュージングしてたんですけど、親に言われたっけとかって思ったんですけど、でも、そう、小さい時に、やっぱ言われたと思います。Yeah, my parents told me not to ask questions about my friends' parents' jobs. 言ってたわ。うん。いろいろ質問、こういう失礼なことしなよっていうのを怒られるのは、もう、例えば当たり前やけど、人んち行って冷蔵庫開けなやっていう、でもそういう子いるじゃないですか。あれ人んち行って冷蔵庫開ける子とか、そう、開けたらダメっていうのと、まあ、ちゃんと手土産持っていきなさいとかっていうのと、何をもらったかちゃんと教えてみたいな、後で電話してちゃんとご挨拶するからとか、まあそういうのプラスアルファ、お仕事何してるのみたいなのを、聞かないようにねと。あるいは、そういうのを子供に聞いてくる人は注意だよっていうのをよく、そうだ、それを言ってたなと思います。子供に聞いて聞き出そうとする親とかいるんですよね。そういうのをしないよっていう、あるいはそういう親って気をつけなさいよみたいなのはよく言われてたかなと。そう。で、一個ここで会話が面白いなと思ったのが、まず日本ではやっぱり仕事給料のお話はしない方がいいっていうのはやっぱり根底にあると思うんですよね。でもアメリカではマニーについて話すなとは言うけど、やっぱり結構話すよと。特に仲いい友達同士だったら、その会社どれくらい給料払ってくれるのとか、so the company pays you とか、この pay 人の形で、給料をね、表せますね。これもラインに打っておいてもらおうと思いますが。そう。
How,
で、
like, how much does the company pay you?
you, like pay person, 人、pay 人って。うん、そうそう。
Okay.
っていう、そう、使い方もしますけれども、そういう会話は仲いい友達だったらするよと。なので、日本人でも仲良かったらお金の話は別にそれしても大丈夫でしょって聞かれたんですけど、いや、ここは気をつけなはれよっていう、その国、地域によるというか、基本的にはみんなそこを聞かないっていうのが、ちょっと日本のルール感あるんですよね。Yeah, as a Japanese person, we have to kind of avoid those kind of questions even among close friends っていう、そう、外国からね、来られる方のために一応共有ですけど、でも、なんかもう、僕は、そう、これがレアケースなんですけど、大阪は、聞かないんですけど、聞かれても別にそんな、なんかこう、みんな意外とオープンっていうのはやっぱあるなと思うんですよね。でも一個ステレオタイプと僕は思うのは、大阪人ってみんな会うたびに、家賃なんぼとか給料なんぼとか、みんな聞き合ってるって皆さん思ってるでしょ。そんなんとんだ間違いです。基本的に聞かれたことないし、家賃なんぼも聞かれたことないし、聞くことも基本ないし、そこは大阪人でもわきまえてる人はわきまえてますからねっていうのは言いたいです。ただ、まあ、住んでる地域とかそういうのもあるかもですけど、比較的、そういう会話は聞きやすいと思います。商売人のね、地域なので、よく親とかが言ってたのが、こう、儲かってまっか、ぼちぼちでんなっていうのがもう挨拶っていう、もうジョークも含め、それが挨拶やったっていう感じで言ってたので、そういうお金の話がなんか上辺のね、挨拶の会話でもあったりするのは大阪かなと。そういう意味でやっぱ面白いなと思ったのが、アメリカと大阪ってね、よく僕アメリカ人は大阪人、大阪人はアメリカ人って言いますけど、なんかやっぱここ似てるなと思うんですよね。ある程度ね、仲良かったら、仲良くなくても、ここら辺、土地高いな、いくらぐらいすんのここら辺住んでたらとかは、まあ聞かれても OK だし、なんか別に絶対タブーって感じはしないなと思うんですよね。でも、そう、地域であんまくくってはいけないと思うんですけど、関東の方、特に東京の方とかって絶対お金の話しないと思うんですよ。イベントとか行ってもすっごい思うんですよね。こう、皆さん同士の会話とか聞かれてても、ここは踏み込まないなっていうのはすごいあって、プラスでも大阪人もじゃあイベントの時にみんな給料聞き合ってるか言うとそんなことないですよ。絶対聞かないんですけど、東京はここは絶対踏み込んじゃいけないっていうところはあるなっていう感じはしますよね。っていうのがまあここまでの流れでした。But in Osaka, my parents often say that um, 儲かってまっかぼちぼちでんな. Do you know this phrase?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, mokatemaka means まあ日本語と English and Japanese mix. Mokatemaka means do you get a lot of money? Like
Mm,
the slang way, Osaka way. 儲かってまっか? And bochi de na, bochi means yeah, decent or
mm,
not so bad, bochi.
okay.
Yeah, then na means like a dialect. So that
Right,
was the
right, right.
set conversation in the past. Mokatemaka, bochi de na, that was the greeting in Osaka.
Okay.
Yeah, between people who were doing business. So,
Oh, okay.
mhm,
Maybe I have heard that before, actually. It rings a bell. Yeah.
yeah, rings a bell. So, that's why maybe in Osaka that can be more acceptable compared to other regions. So even now, maybe people say, "Oh, you live here? Oh, this area rent is high. So is it expensive or not?" Like the exact amount, like how much is that? But we can ask, is it expensive here? That kind of conversation could happen in Osaka, but in
Mm,
Tokyo, we shouldn't do that.
really?
I don't know why. Or some people might attack me like, oh, in Tokyo too, that could be fine. But
Attack you.
but
Don't
but
attack Sota.
yeah. But I feel like they try not to ask anything about money.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, an interesting story. I came up with an interesting story. My lesson student, living in Fukuoka, asked me,
Mm,
in Osaka, do you really guys ask each other, how much do you earn every month? Because my, she's a doctor, and
okay.
then my patient asked me like, oh, you earn a lot. How much do you earn every month? One Osaka lady asked her, she said. So
Mm,
that might happen perhaps a lot in Osaka.
really? I mean, that
Mm,
sounds a little far. Like, I
mm,
think talking about money in kind of general terms
mm,
seems a little bit okay to me.
mm,
Like,
mm,
you know, how much is your rent sounds a little bit tough, but if you ask like, oh, is it expensive to live around here? Oh, no, it's not so bad. Like that kind of thing is okay. But to ask,
mm,
how much, that's too strong, right?
mm.
Same with your salary, right? If you say like,
Uh,
oh, is your how's the pay? Is it okay? Like, do they pay you if it's a new job or something? Oh, how's the
mm,
pay at the new job? Is it all right? Yeah, it's not bad. It's okay.
mm.
But you wouldn't say, how much do they pay you? Probably.
Yeah, then in that way, Osaka people tend to do that, perhaps might tend to do that, perhaps. But my friends never do that, so I don't know. But I often hear that kind of conversation, and the people sometimes have that kind of stereotype. And then actually, my student asked me, so in Osaka, it can be acceptable, perhaps.
Right.
今日のエピソード
いかがでしたでしょうか？
いかがでしたでしょうか？はい。なので、最後もうちょっとね、こう、タブーのところは何かっていうのはね、軽くは聞きたいなとは思ってるんですけど、一旦ね、締めくくりとして、そう、大阪では OK ですよっていうオチに、まあ、しましたけれども、
後半に続く